Today on Drawbli, we are drawing...
Landscapes.
Sun!
It was originally going to be sunsets, but we pivoted to, landscapes.
You can join us by sharing your art online using the hashtag Drawbli and click the subscribe button to be notified of future videos.
The plan was sunsets,
The
but
plan.
you pivoted, so I had to think of something.
Oh, the plan.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so we're drawing some landscapes. Wowie zowie. This ought to be fun. And
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I think it should be fun.
I'm a little nervous.
Me too. I'm actually...
But
yeah.
do you see how far I am zoomed out? Are you zoomed out real far?
Yes.
So I'm gonna try keeping this just
Need a little
focusing on big shapes.
Yes.
That is my goal.
100%.
Focus on big shapes. I'm gonna try to eyeball all these colors as good as I can. I obviously there's a lot of different colors going on, even with this water. There's a lot going on there. And with some time, I'll add some more variation to it, hopefully. But one thing at a time. So we got our water. That's cool.
We do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have my water.
Yes, I have my snow.
Yeah, you're doing great over there. Yeah, keep it up.
Thank you.
Cool. So I have water, mountains, and sky. What do you got? You got snow?
I have some snow that I'm just kind of settling in there. And I have some woods next to the snow.
Beautiful.
And then I have a sunset over a little mountain. I will say that the part I'm worried about the most is it appears to be a river behind the trees here. And that to me is probably the most intimidating part. But we're just gonna try to block things in for now and roll with it, you know?
I'm just trying to roll with it right now. I'm very scared of landscapes because they're so big and intimidating. I feel like there's a lot going on in landscapes, and I've only attempted to tackle one recently, and it wasn't great, but it was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed doing it.
I think we have to let ourselves enjoy this and not be scared.
Oh no, I can enjoy it and be scared. That's fine.
Oh, that's part of the thrill, like a roller coaster?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I kind of hate roller coasters, but yeah.
I like a lot of roller coasters, but mostly only the modern ones that don't rattle your brains out.
What's a modern roller coaster?
The newer builds aren't so rattly.
Well, yeah, that kind of makes sense though, right? That should have been their original intent, not to cause you physical harm.
Yeah.
A lot of those old, I feel like I was justified when I was a kid and I was terrified of roller coasters. I feel like there's good reason that I was scared of them. They're kind of painful and rattle you up, as we just said. I feel like that's a pretty good reason to be afraid of a roller coaster.
Yeah, they can be pretty hard on the system.
To this day, I don't really ride roller coasters, but I will. I just don't seek them out. I'm not going and hitting up Kings Island every year.
No.
Anything like that.
I mean,
But I do a lot of other stuff, I snowboard,
Yeah.
I used to wakeboard and do a ton of other stuff like that.
yeah, there's lots of fun things to do that are not roller coasters.
Also, theme parks are crazy, crazy expensive.
They are so expensive, yes.
Unless I don't know, if you buy a season pass, I assume it's a lot cheaper, but
but only if you go then all the time to make it
up
worth
for it. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, crud. I don't know if I made... Oh, I did make a new layer. Okay. Now, I got a lot of layers going on here. And actually, this is just as, flat things go. It kind of turned out a little neat.
Oh, that's good. Mine is not there yet, but, nothing is perfect starting right out, right? So...
I love the confidence.
I don't have a lot of confidence in this one.
I'm actually most afraid that I am getting lost with all my layers.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of...
I kind of personally prefer to not have a ton of layers because it's just easier for me to work quickly within the confines of just one thing here, one thing there.
Right.
Don't jump around from layer to layer a lot. I feel like that's easier, but I don't know. It's good to switch it up and experiment. I say this a lot, and I try to live by that, even though I don't always want to. But yeah, now I'm gonna start pushing on my shapes. I've blocked out all my things. I have the blockies in there.
Yeah, I think your blockies, I just glanced over, look really sharp and nice.
Ooh,
and
thank
I'm
you.
really jealous of that.
Thank you so much.
So let's see. So now I've added in some very, very basic blocking. Why don't I think the sky is going to be the most important feature of this. So I've got all my primary.
Yeah, oh, you skip. Oh, yeah.
primary
You just start.
shapes.
No, I like it. Just start with the.
I got my words
The high detail.
100% mixed up there.
You sure did. So I've gotten all my fine details in.
Yes.
Now time to
just-
start with the basic stuff.
I want to try using a different brush for the stuff I put in here. Let's try a watercolor brush.
Ooh.
Maybe this will be a watercolor landscape.
The watercolor brushes are actually pretty cool in Procreate. Like, I am a fan. They're very neat. It's actually very interesting how, like, I don't even know how to describe it, like how much they look like watercolor. There are brushes in Procreate that like genuinely look like they have like thickness to them, like when you put them on the canvas. I know in Photoshop, at least, I don't know if this exists in Procreate, but there are brushes that and a lot of other painting apps as well, that will essentially cast shadows from the paint, like they have thickness. And you can like,
cool.
yeah, it's like it almost is 3D on your canvas. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, I like that. I'm trying to get these blue tones in up here at the top. I feel like this, compared to a much more approachable small object, asks for a lot of my focus. Versus just, you know, sitting here chit-chatting and drawing. This is... And we've always said, like, one of the biggest challenges of Drawbli is being a conversational person as you draw.
Well, don't worry. This is easy for me, so I'll carry the conversation.
Oh, that's
No
right.
big deal, yeah.
You have way too much experience in the avenue of creating and talking. Talking, yes.
Words. And words? Is it words?
Is it words is the words I'm looking for?
So, motion blur, huh? How do you feel about motion blur?
Motion blur. Oh, yeah. Love it, actually.
All about it.
Uh-huh.
So this was a technique that we saw recently to utilize with landscapes. It's really good for like water and stuff to kind of get like that wavy like appearance. What I'm actually going to try here was that motion blur, and then maybe pair it with a little bit of liquify. Ooh, that might be a little
much.
A little on the nose. I was just trying to make it a little more ripply dipply dock, as they say.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I bet you would.
Honestly,
get there
ripply
easily with
dipply dock sounds like a Mario level.
that. It does.
You're diving into the painting. I think dry dock was one. Don't ask why I know that.
You know everything about Mario. It's fine.
I know
Nobody's surprised.
I know everything about Mario. This is true.
Oh, I keep turning on the eraser by accident. This is not easy. But again, I feel like with the speed at which we go about things, maybe I should expect that.
Yeah, I'm actually just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. I know it's probably gonna not turn out great, but I don't care. You know, we're just gonna have some fun.
Yeah.
I think, you know, we talk a lot about like why we do this in terms of speed and just trying to fail quick, but I think really attempting to kind of fail and see your mistakes here will be good for us.
Absolutely.
So I feel like, you know, a lot of entrepreneurs and artists will say like, oh, you know, you want to fail fast, but like, why do you want to fail fast? Like, why do you want to fail? do you kind of understand like the purpose of that process?
I do. I think I do, but
I have for many years attempted to put myself in like kind of hard situations in an attempt to force myself, you know, to grow, essentially, kind of putting myself in sticky situations, so to speak, that would make things kind of hard on myself, so that I would have to kind of come up with a solution, fail quick, repeat, etc.
that is probably a good way to go about things.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
very entrepreneurial.
yeah, but like not necessarily like setting up for yourself to like fail big, but I'm talking about like small failures. Like when we were trying to come up with ideas for what we were gonna do for Drawbli, we talked about a lot of different stuff actually.
There we go. That's what I wanted.
We had a lot of different ideas, but what we did was we tried them all. We tried out like a ton of different stuff, and we found out what didn't work really quick.
Oh, yeah.
And that very quickly led us to what did work, and how much fun we have now doing this. Like, obviously, that was worth it.
Yeah, I think so, 100%. It definitely took some trial and error, and it was slow to build. I mean,
yeah, like the idea for Drawbli, we had, I don't know if we've talked about this on Drawbli, but we had for like a long time. Drawbli was like, before we ever uploaded the first episode, was like kind of a year in the making.
Yeah, it's
Like when it comes down to it, like
it's taken us a while to get it off the ground. I think a lot of that was I needed a lot of hand holding to get off the ground, really.
I don't think that's true, but
it just seemed like a big endeavor to me, a big project, and especially because a lot of it to me was stuff that I didn't know how to do already, like, uploading anything to YouTube. I've never put anything on YouTube to begin with. And
big
how
scary
do you edit
internet
things for
editing,
YouTube?
yeah, for sure, yeah.
And now
Editing's like, if you don't know how to edit, like,
That's it.
you're kind of done there.
Yeah. But with the amount that you've taught me, as I've worked with you on this and a little bit with like editing your work you do with ZBrush, with your students for ZBrush, I've learned a lot. And it's all felt much more approachable than it once did.
And it all happened relatively quick, considering, like, grand scheme, getting things up and running.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I love doing this. Like, I really like drawing. Like, I think it's just fun to do. And I think approaching it that way, in a way that's like fun, is a really good way to continue to develop that skill and hopefully continue to do that for a long period of time. We will see. Time will tell.
Time will only tell.
The true test is time. But yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes as we keep learning how to draw and get better.
We're getting, I'm sure once we start
Look,
looking back.
we started from the bottom.
Now we're here.
Now we're here slightly above the bottom.
Just slightly, but that's
Like, I still
somewhere.
got one toe on the bottom. Like, I can still feel it. Like, I know it's there. In the bottom, no, like, it's honestly, it's kind of like, I think it's a little sticky. Like,
The bottom is a little sticky.
yeah, like I'm a little bit stuck to
Like
it.
nobody's washed down here for a long time.
Yeah, it's like kind of grody down here.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think like many people leave the bottom.
No, probably not. It's hard work. I mean, it is anything to improve at anything is a lot of work. I've recently borrowed from my parents' house the electric keyboard,
Oh yeah.
and I'm working on like getting into relearning piano because, as we've talked about, like any good Midwesterner, I played a lot of piano growing up. Let's see if I can do this as another overlay. I'm learning all about overlay this time around.
Overlay is not, it's just, another blending mode. It's not all that useful.
I like it though. I feel like it's not as much of a commitment to the change that I'm trying to put in, Like I'm adding orange overlay over this section, although actually, truth be told, I need that to be a lot more vibrant. So overlay be gone. But yeah, I got the keyboard and I'm attempting
I feel
to
like you've
learn-
mentioned this on Drawbli, but
Have
I I feel like
sorry if I'm repeating myself, everybody.
no, that's okay. But like you've been doing amazing at playing the piano. Like you're really, really good.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, I guess.
No, thank you. That's very sweet of you to say.
No, you kill it.
It's fun.
Crushing it.
I'm really interested right now in learning some jazz piano because I have kind of like with Drawbli where I have the avenue to learn how to edit stuff. Like I have the opportunity to learn from you. With jazz, I've had the opportunity to learn some of the very, very basics from my dad and get started there. So now I'm on YouTube finding myself some good.
Yes, Abby has a YouTube channel for her music career.
No, not on YouTube. I mean, I've looked up YouTube people.
YouTube people.
The YouTube people. Come see them. And I've been learning a little bit more about how to, not improvise really, but slowly starting. Very, very baby steps there too. Everything's all baby steps for me, you know.
So you've been improvising what? How to improvise jazz chords? Like.
Yeah, but to improvise jazz chords, you have to know about jazz chords to begin with. So first I got to learn more about jazz chords in general, and I don't know much about those to begin with. So, you know, no rush.
I don't really know a ton about the jazz.
It is I don't know a lot. I think it would have been really cool in hindsight, not that I expressed any interest in this when I was younger, but now looking back, I'm like, oh, I feel like I would have liked to be in like a little jazz group in high school, you know, when you have all the time in the world to dedicate to learning new things and all kind of a lot more resources to do it because somebody else is arranging that for you typically, because it's a very, very complex music that requires a very intimate knowledge, I think, of chord structure and music theory. And music theory itself is a very mathematical subject in general.
I've heard, yeah.
I never really went the jazz route when I did play piano when I was younger, but now I'm looking at it. You said you played an instrument for a little while when you were younger, right?
Yeah, I feel like we have talked about exactly this.
Yeah, but it's been a long time since we did.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Aww.
I don't know. I really don't remember. Yeah, I played guitar, but that's it.
Yeah.
I believe you made fun of me. It might have just.
Rude.
I believe maybe I was just listening back to an old Drawbli episode. I like to listen to them as well from time to time. Just like, what were we talking about? I can vaguely remember this. Obviously, I didn't do a good job of remembering. But yeah, I played guitar for a little bit. Learned how to play guitar by playing Zelda music. But yeah, that's about it. I am now looking at my mess of color and different things going on, and my values are off. They're off.
They're off. Oh dear.
So now I'm gonna fix them. Abby.
You've got this, Ben.
I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to try. Oh, I've done it. I've figured it out. Just like that. It was that easy. That's
what was
simple.
it? What was the answer?
I can't tell you.
Don't tell me, but do tell me though.
I'm just gonna throw some black and white on there. So
That's probably the answer. Oh, that's right. You're really good at that. You promised me you would show me that. Do you do like kind of an overlay-ish thing?
No. Normally, what I do is actually here. I'll show you right now. It's very easy. You take your layer, you duplicate your layer, and then you go in and you adjust your layer, and then you like erase part of it. Mm-hmm. That's literally it.
Oh.
So like, you could make part of it darker or whatever.
I like.
It's pretty simple, yeah.
Uh-huh. But it's effective.
Typically you would want to like fade it out. Use that opacity as well. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to do it. There's always a million ways to do everything, they say.
Easy enough.
That's what they say.
Mountains. Take this more of a mountainscape.
I feel like my voice sounds, at least on occasion, a little deeper just because I've been a little sick.
You have been very sick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Deathly ill.
Deathly ill.
But yeah, I feel like, maybe in some ways it's not a bad thing. Because, I get some of them gravelly tones
Oh, yeah.
from
That
time
sounds
to
super
time.
gravelly. It's great. Good stuff.
So gravelly. The most gravelly, manly voice I've ever
Yes.
heard.
You're like, I sound like I know about things, even if I don't know anything about them.
I very rarely know about things.
But the voice lends confidence. I have never worked with so
People
many
do
layers.
trust, yeah. People do trust people with deeper voices.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's true.
I don't remember where I heard this or why I know this, but I also firmly believe it. I believe it to be true.
Do you trust people more with deeper
Oh,
voices?
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
What is this ingrained bias in us? I mean, really, by modern standards, it should absolutely be decried and looked down upon. I should not be doing this on this layer. I don't, trust Miley Cyrus more or anything because she is a deeper voice,
Does she?
Miley Cyrus
What?
is...
She has a deep voice?
For a girl,
Oh, okay.
people say she has a deep voice.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could see that.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Huh. I never really thought about it.
But I think...
Yeah, you're right. I do trust Miley.
I just trust her. She's so trustworthy when she talks. No, I think it necessitates even deeper than that.
I know nothing about it. This is hard.
This is really hard, and I really feel like I've been focusing so much on this picture, and I haven't really been focused on talking to you as much, and I apologize.
That's okay. I talk to you a lot.
Yeah. I talk to you a lot, not at Drawbli. I'm, downstairs, and I talk your ear off, and then we get up here, and I'm like, yes, quite nice. I sent you a book of a text with a picture from Starbucks.
Yes.
And I said, now hear me out. We're not doing this, but if we did, here's what we would do.
And I think I replied with, that sounds nice.
Well, it was much more supportive than that. You were like, that sounds amazing.
Yes.
But also, I had already prefaced it with, we're not doing this, of course, but if we did, wouldn't it be cool?
And we were talking about moving our furniture.
Yes, I'm always talking about moving the
Very
furniture.
interesting topic.
I love talking
But
about
yes,
I love talking
normally so I was sculpting at the time when you sent me this text, and normally if I am working, I am very good at not answering my phone.
But I had also just offered to bring you something from Starbucks, so maybe you felt a little more compelled to answer.
Yes, that is true. Then I felt compelled.
You had a little more skin in the game.
Compelled to respond.
Yes, but I was like, I've been seeing a lot of people are refitting their dining rooms because they're like, I don't dine in the dining room. Why don't I make that space over to something for me? So I saw a TikTok where somebody made it into a cycle room where they set up dark curtains and
Cycle
black lights, and they were gonna
cycling,
like Peloton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And they were really excited about that. So I was like, oh, maybe they were. Okay, I'm not gifted in storytelling, and he was really excited about that. The end.
No, this is great. This is excellent storytelling at its finest. We're not turning our dining room into a Peloton room.
No, we are not doing that. But it gave me an idea. I had my eraser on the whole time. That explains so much. Oh no. It gave me an idea to say, oh, you know what? We hardly ever use our dining room. And actually, when we have people over, we can't really, our table's so small, we can't really comfortably seat more than us two and two more. So we always end up kind of doing an hors d'oeuvre style hosting anyway. So I said, what if we just took that space where the dining room table is and just put in some nice dark, low, slung back leather lounge chairs, and really just made it more of a little bistro fancy Starbucks
This is our announcement where we're starting our home decor channel.
I would love that. I watch a lot of home decor TikToks. I think that's one of my low-key passions in life is interior design.
Abby.
But I'm not good at it.
Abby, are we boring?
Ben, that is the goal. You want the boring life. The boring life is it. If you've got a boring life, Like that means you've made it
Boring
your
life,
house.
boring wife. That's what they say.
That's what they say. But you know, I love our life because we got nothing terrible going on. It's all very peaceful, and we get to do things that you don't get to do when your life is a little too up in the air, you know? Like we get to go on vacations and do stuff that if you're, having to work so many hours a week just to get by, you don't get to do those things.
So many
hours.
So many hours. Ugh. Quite a few.
But no, I think maybe our life isn't boring, but I find a lot of excitement in the mundane.
The mundane. More of a sundane type of person.
How's your landscape coming along?
Perfect. It's probably the best landscape I've ever seen.
Yeah. I have so many layers. So many layers. But I feel like we're doing really good.
I narrowed it down to 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I have done.
That's impressive.
Thank you. It's certainly something. I'm having fun though. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. No, I'm having a really, now that I've gotten past the scary stage of this, I feel like I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Like this is really interesting to work on. And like you were saying, I picked a picture that has a lot going on, just like a lot. And I was a little worried it would turn out pretty bad. And it's not perfect. It's got a lot going on that's not great, but I like how it's going. I want the sky portion here to be streakier. Maybe if I pick a brush, a good one, and erase it more streakily.
Streakily.
Good. Oh, yeah.
I like that. Oh, whoa. That's looking cool. You're pretty good at capture. Oh my gosh, yeah, especially from a distance.
Yeah, look at it. Wee!
No, that's good. That's like what you want. Wow. You're doing good.
Thank you.
You're
Can I look at yours?
You're
Can I
kicking
take a
my
peek?
butt. I mean, yeah.
Oh, no, it's not about butt kicking.
I mean, Abby, we know that the whole reason we started Drawbli was so that we could talk smack.
Oh, yeah, to see who's better.
You can look. I don't
Let me
care.
see.
Yeah.
I love the colors in yours. Oh, I love that because you've cut the blurred out background and then you're adding detail in the foreground.
Yeah,
I love it.
Detail.
I love that. That looks so cool.
Detail.
I love how you've got the mountains getting paler in the background like they naturally would.
Atmospheric perspective,
Yes,
baby.
I was like, I know there's a big phrase for that, but I forget
Big
it.
phrase.
Big phrase. Big talk.
Big phrase. Yes, atmospheric perspective. As things diminish into the distance, they get more blue because sky blue, guys.
Sky happened to be.
This is the technical reason as to why this happens. Oops, I put those on the wrong side. I flipped my canvas and Can I flip?
Now, what's going on in this river area? But I am not capturing it.
Do you know if there's a way to... Never mind. I was going to ask you if there's a way to flip a single layer, but I figured it out.
Is there a way to flip a single layer?
I'm not telling you. Yes, there is.
Oh, really?
Oh, wait, no. Wait. Oh, now I've just confused myself.
I guess you could
There we go.
select the layer and then horizontal, which I don't want to do, but
I'm just confusing myself.
I did figure it out, so that's cool. What layer am I on? Okay. Let's add a little more.
So what are you
more
thinking
dark.
that you would like to do to your illustration in terms of finishing touches?
I think with my remaining time, I won't worry too much about trying to get everything finessed and detailed too much. I think I'm going to work on the river portion here. I think that's what needs the most work. So I'm going to settle in to work on that.
Yeah, I feel like the water is like the key part for mine too. It's like right there in front of you, you know? And you want it to be good. Gotta have that good water.
Yeah, when I initially look at this picture,
I could draw
don't feel
water
like
all
it's about
day.
the water, but now that I'm actually in this thing, I realize I've set a lot of space up for the water to be the focus. But if I raise these trees here,
I actually feel like I could draw water all day. It's really cool and fun, and it looks bad right now, so I would need all day.
oh yeah, where does this need to be?
It needs to be where it needs to be.
Well,
Just let it go where it goes,
let it
Abby.
be.
Just let it go.
Oh, you know what? The problem is not where the layer is. The problem is using a dry brush. because the dry brush isn't adding. It just moves. Let's try old brush. No, still kind of the same issue.
Have you used any of that motion blur technique at all?
I have. I used that on the sun specifically, and I actually used it. I want to say I used it in our last episode too.
Oh, did you?
Which was fun. I like it. It's similar to the, Gaussian blur. Is that how you pronounce that? Gaussian blur, but you can have just slightly more control over that. And you know where we learned that? I'll tell everybody. I'm on the wrong layer.
Where'd you learn that, Abby?
Was a Loish tutorial. Yes.
And then you told me, you shared it with me. And here we are.
She's a very knowledgeable lady.
Yeah, she is.
Yes.
I think, I might be obsessed with Mario, but it is very clear.
You are not wrong.
That you are obsessed with this artist.
Loish is so amazing.
What are you going to do when we have her on Drawbli in the future?
Oh my gosh, stop.
Oh no. Abby's going to be
Girl. Remember when I met Travis McElroy?
What did you do?
I stumbled.
Did you?
Stumbled bad. I don't ever meet famous people.
Do you remember what I said to him?
You made a clever reference to his lesser known works.
No, what? Not his lesser known works.
You referenced his lesser known works. You know, it was on point. It was like very like it was on brand.
No, I was just he had been getting a lot of this is a guy who does a podcast that we listen to, and
yes.
He'd been getting a lot of flack for an accent that he gave a character in a D&D podcast from a podcast called The Adventure Zone. And his character has a French accent, and the character's name is Devo. And all I said was something along the lines of, "Hey, just wanted to let you know, I think the accent sounds pretty good."
Yes. Whereas I said something along the lines of, "I don't know what to say. Oh gosh."
You said that to him?
Probably something like that, I think. I don't know. I haven't met many.
Did you say it like that?
No, God. I just used the voice. Also, I'm auditioning for your show with this voice.
This is my accent.
It's better than yours, huh?
I have a show called Drawbli, where I'm learning to draw. Oh God, this kind of hurts my throat. Check it out. And then you gave him our Drawbli business card.
We don't have Drawbli business cards.
Why not?
I don't know. Do people still use business cards then?
No. That's why not.
That's the reason. Yeah.
How you doing over there?
I'm ready to wrap up.
Are you little?
I'm just getting more and more intimidated. Not really, but
You struggling?
Not struggling. Just
You want to talk about it?
I want to quit while I'm ahead.
While you're ahead? Oh, we'll see about that. I'll get it. I'll take a peek at what you've got going on there, Miss Ahead.
Yeah.
See what you got.
We'll see. How about you? How are you doing over there?
I mean, mine's kind of like, it's like a masterpiece, so it's kind of hard to like.
That looks amazing.
It's kind of hard to like make it better, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, no, you've actually done an excellent job.
Thank you.
You should be very proud of that.
It's something. It's something, all right. No,
Yeah, no,
I'm trying. My finishing touches are almost done. I went in to refine my stuff. Let me refine like 1, 2. I just need like 6 more brush strokes.
6 more brush strokes.
Can I have?
You got it.
Can I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6? Wait, that one didn't count. I'm on 7. Sir, 7 brush strokes. That's all I get. But that's really all I needed, just to add a little more to that sky. No more brush strokes for me. I'm all out. I'm all out of strokes.
I think we gave you the exact right number.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
All right, I'm all done, I think.
Okay, I know. This was such I don't think we could not have started Drawbli and done something this large scale, you know?
No, if we would have attempted this like when we first started, we would have.
Floundered. I think that's a cool, like this is actually, we need to make note of this because this is a milestone achievement in terms of improvement. And that's the whole point of Drawbli is we wanted to get better at drawing. And
oh my gosh.
This
Abby?
is a symbol. It's
we?
happening.
Did we get better?
We got better. Okay, close up shop, everybody. It's all over now.
We got better drawing?
Yeah. We
right,
did. This is better than we were.
Okay.
Well, for sure.
I'm doing some little slight adjustments. Don't ask me what adjustments I'm making.
Or how?
Because I don't exactly know, but I'm just doing what looks good to me, what feels right.
Do it.
All right, hold on. This is actually what I do to my renders. If I'm
really?
Yeah, I'll do like little value, color, saturation adjustments, but like typically I won't do a strong amount of them. All right, I am gonna call mine finished.
Okay, I'm ready to call mine finished too. I'm gonna put away the reference and blow it up to screen size, which I don't like as much.
Here's mine. Let's look at mine first.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Now, so I'm gonna be honest. When this was a lot smaller on my screen, it did look better.
I was actually about to say the same thing about mine. So I want to see it small. Reads awesome. Look at the water.
Hold on. Can you make it smaller? Is it possible
I know,
to?
right? No, I feel the same way about mine, but yours actually looks good. I love how this area of the water feels very up close because it's a lot lighter.
Oh wow.
And your water dimension is really, really good.
Hold on. Check this out. Looks completely different now, right?
It even looks better.
Well, thank you.
The
I
water
appreciate
does. I
your.
noticed the ripples in the water on this side more.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the encouragement, and I promise I'll do better next time.
Those colors are gorgeous.
Let me check out yours. What?
Oh my gosh.
What?
You are so funny.
What?
Stop.
No, this is so good. This is awesome. This is like actually 10 times better than mine. Maybe more.
Not
Everyone in the
all.
comments, please tell Abby how hers is genuinely 10 times better than mine.
Oh my gosh,
And
stop.
how exceptional
Yours is so
this
good.
is. This is awesome. This is super cool. Look at the tree that you did right here. Look at that little bush.
Yeah?
Look, it's just like hinting at a bush, but my brain's like, that a bush?
Yes. Oh, thank you for picking up on the fact that I was trying to hint and not openly say that there was a bush
And
there.
look at the light pouring over the hill.
I love that. It's very romantic lighting.
Ooh,
It's very
ooh.
majestic.
Ooh, this looks so good. You did a fantastic
thank
job.
you.
The sky looks good. The snow looks good. Look at the little difference from this area of light to this area of light.
Yeah?
And then when you look at it back here, you're like, oh, I can see the dimensions of
Wow.
it. Beautiful.
I didn't even know.
Gorgeous. 10 out of 10
Thanks.
landscape.
We are getting
You've
better.
obviously shown me up here, but
Oh my gosh, no.
next
Yours
time.
is so good. You gotta stop saying
Next
that.
time.
You are
Next time I'll
too
catch
much.
up and I'll get there too.
Yours is so good. I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Well, with that, thank you for watching, everybody. You can join us by sharing your
Landscapes.
sunsets? What was it?
It was sunsets and then bending into a sunset, so now it's landscape.
You can share them online using the hashtag Drawbli and click the subscribe button to be notified of future videos. And this is the part where we say
Goodbye.
goodbye, everybody.
Yours is don't want to hear it. Yours is so good. The colors alone, the ability to pick beautiful colors is being an artist.
It's being an artist.